Hey there, my name is Seid. I'm founder of Cascadia Workshops, which I created in order to participate in and help accelerate the consciousness revolution and the ecological sustainability revolution. If you're like me, if I'm like you, we probably have a lot to give, a lot to offer, but we never learned how to actually make a livelihood doing it. And that's one of the things that over the years was one of my biggest struggles, because when I was in my teens, I saw that we were destroying the planet. We're in the middle of the biggest extinction period since the dinosaurs. It's tragic what we're doing to ecological systems, what we're doing to communities all over the planet, and we want to make a difference. We might want to make the world a better place, and we recognize the importance of being a lifelong learner and continually learning and growing. And so I spent probably 25 years honing my craft, developing my content. I'm a certified trainer in a process called nonviolent communication, developed by Marshall Rosenberg, who called it nonviolent communication because he wanted to align himself with Gandhi's movement of truth-telling and compassion. I hold a certificate in permaculture design. I live on 25 acres where I practice permaculture design. I teach so many different things because my path was about what are the best practices for living in harmony within ourselves, with each other, and with the planet. And yet nobody ever taught me how to make a livelihood with it. And I banged my head on the wall, I struggled, I scraped my knees from the journey of figuring it out. But I spent close to $30,000 of my own money, of my nest egg, to basically put myself back through school. And I studied with some of the biggest names in business and internet marketing, and started to really understand how it works. And I did a complete 180. Marketing used to be a 4-letter word for me. I hated it because I had been on the receiving end of so many essentially dishonest and manipulative marketing and sales messages that kept telling me that if I ate at that corporate fast food chain, then I would have friends. If I wore that brand of clothing, then I would have acceptance and I would be able to accept myself. You know what I'm talking about. So how to understand what marketing really is about. And it's about two things. Here's my 2-part definition of marketing. Marketing is about giving people the information that they need so that they can make an informed decision as to whether or not your offer is for them. That's what marketing is about. And on a slightly deeper level, marketing is really about being of service, and it's about empathy. Because it turns out that you could have the cure for cancer, but if nobody can find out about it, who cares? So if what you do helps the world, if what you do is like medicine for the world, then you have an ethical imperative to become good at marketing, to let people know about this wonderful thing that you have to offer. And it's also about empathy because ultimately you want the people on the receiving end of your marketing messages to have this experience of, he understands me or she gets me. That's what you want the people on the receiving end of your marketing messages to really feel like, oh wow, this person gets what I'm going through and they could help me. So this video is for you if you struggle with business and marketing, if you're a new entrepreneur or think that you might want to be an entrepreneur. And I'm going to lay out one concept that most entrepreneurs actually get wrong and really messes us up. So what I'm going to talk to you about is something that you've probably heard a lot of marketers talk about, and it's this idea of the marketing funnel. So here you have the mouth of the funnel, and people enter your world here. The idea of the funnel is that this is the least commitment, the most surface level, and you get the most people sort of involved in it. And as people go deeper in your funnel, you have fewer people, but you have things that provide a higher level of value as people go through, which means that it's a higher level investment for them. So you might have the things that cost the most down here. You'll have fewer people, but these are where they're really invested and you're really invested. Where we usually get this wrong is we'll start with creating, say, some free content. And then we'll create something that's maybe a front door offering. That's what one of my business mentors, Bill Barron, calls it, a front door offering. So there's something free, and then they pay a little something, and you've got your front door offering. And we wonder why it's such a struggle to make ends meet. And this was kind of like the missing linchpin in what I was doing, is this specific piece that I want to show you. This here is, I'm going to call it a depth offering, because it's where you're offering the greatest depth. It's where you're offering the most value. So imagine that your potential clients, the people who come into your world, you offer them something, you can get them somewhere. Whether it's a sense of transformation, transforming an important relationship in their life, or transforming their business, or transforming how they're looking at life and how they're handling their own problems or their own issues. And so that solution or that outcome, they're not going to get it here at the level of the free stuff. Deep transformation takes time. And so you're offering something that's much more surface level. And so you're giving people sort of the next steps to go deeper and deeper with you. Now here, this place is where people get the most support, they get the most customer service, they get, in some cases, perhaps a learning community that they can work with of some of your other participants. So they're getting a lot more value the deeper they go, and you're more committed, you're giving more of yourself, but they're also needing to step up more and offer more. So this is where we get it backwards, is we actually start here in building our business and work our way down. But here's the key that became so important in my world. And with my business coaching clients, this is exactly what I do. And in the Right Livelihood 2.0 course online, this is also what we do, is we design this first. We design your depth packages first. And it's so valuable, because then the people who want to take the next step and the next step, you have something for them. I'll give you a couple examples. One of my clients recently went to an event where the presenter there did a workshop, and everybody absolutely loved it, and some people were ready to take the next step. And what happened? Workshop presenter didn't have it. People left disappointed that they couldn't go deeper, they couldn't take the next step with this practitioner whom they really enjoyed and really appreciated. One of my former business mentors has a similar story. He struggled with relationship issues and having a relationship, and somebody recommended this relationship intuitive. So she had a 3-hour session for $500. He goes to this session, and he's having breakthrough after breakthrough and all these aha moments, and he's increasingly excited. At the end of the 3 hours, he was ready to invest at the next level, whether that was a $1,500 program or whatever it was. And what did she have? She had a $50 CD. She had an audio course that was essentially what they call a downsell. So from $500, her next offering was $50. And this guy was so ready, he would have signed up in that moment to take the next step for the $1,500 program, and she didn't have it. So what happened? He's disappointed. He's not served at the level that he could be. She misses out on being of service to someone in a deeper way, and she's leaving a bunch of money on the table that this person would have gladly invested to get closer to their outcome. So don't get this wrong. Don't start with where your clients would start. Actually, begin with the end in mind. Design the deepest offering that you can think of first. Then you can align your free offerings and your lower cost offerings to line up with that deeper step so that your clients already have that, the ones who are ready to go deeper with you or to take the next step, that's there for them. I screwed up in my past, business-wise, when I didn't do what I'm suggesting that you do, and I created my free content first, front door offerings next, and then I created my premium. Then what happened? Then I had to go back and redo some of these things so that they aligned. So learn from my mistakes, learn from all the studying and learning that I've done, and make sure that you develop this piece first. So if you're interested in more support or possibly having like a private thinking partner doing one-on-one coaching with me, you can sign up for a free consultation to work one-on-one with me, or check out the programs that I have for how to build your business from scratch. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a great rest of your day.